Didn't anyone ever tell you it's not polite to stare? Wow, I cleaned up nice. Take it back.
Shalom.
I'm guessing you were sent here to hasten the negotiations. I ended up
Shalom.
looking in the mirror and seeing myself so full of crap.
Right.
I don't think it's necessary to insult.
All praise to the Most
I'm
High.
a man of business, nothing more. Well, let me ask you a question, man. Besides screwing people over and going back on your word, if you had to go to
All
the
praise to
right
the
now,
Most
would you
High.
be sitting down?
Just want to
I am gonna take what is finally owed to me.
give you guys a few
No more
small
risk.
scriptures,
This is my chance.
some things to make you think about,
Right for risking my neck, huh?
to make you say, all right?
I have used my
Some things that make you say,
blood bonding return is a bloody identity crisis.
all right?
When I look in the mirror, I don't even see myself.
Let's start here first. Hey, Yashapa, can you tap this for me real quick? That way I don't have to ask you to come back and do it again. Sorry about that. I'm live.
Put the number in. I told you about that.
I'm sorry. Just do what I tell you.
So if finally getting out of the game
Yeah, guys,
has to become you for long,
check this out.
so be it.
This is something to make y'all think about. Understand when we say Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, right? Split and all this, that, and the third. Understand all that. So can you look in the Bible and find Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom? Okay, I understand all that, right? And if you do find it, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom,
Sorry,
I
pal.
understand why people say that. But if you do find it,
That's closer to retirement.
remember Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, or Judah, Levi, Benjamin, supposed to be Southern Kingdom. I want y'all to see something here, okay? I don't know if y'all can see it. Just Google a map, and I want y'all to see who sits right in the middle of Judah. Right there. Right, wait a minute. Right there. That's Simeon. So, that's just something to ponder. Right? Simeon is sitting smack in the middle of Judah. Think about that. Just think about it. Simeon is sitting right in the smack of Judah. Right. Usually say house of Israel. Right? So find Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom in the Bible. Find Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom in the Bible. I understand why people say it. But when you look at Simeon on the map, look where Simeon sits at. No, that's fine. It says Kingdom of Judah. Kingdom of Judah. Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. Right? But look right, see who's sitting in the smack middle of Judah. Look at a map right now and tell me who you see sitting in the right in the middle of Judah. I just said it's something for you to think about. Shalom. Look at an Israelite. Go to the map. You see everybody was given their territory, and see who you see sitting right in the smack in the middle of Judah. That's just something to think about. I was kind of curious about that. You know, I could be edified too. I could be edified too. Do you see it? Right? Now, here go the thing. When you read Matthews, Mark 5, I think it's 5:21, Matthews 9, Matthews 5:21, Matthews 8:34, 9 and 1, 5 and 12, 8:34, right? No, look at say go to your phone or your computer and type in the tribe map of the tribes of Israel. Map of the tribes of Israel. Maps of the tribes of Israel. I only said that because somebody brought that to my attention. The brother brought it to my attention. I was like, interesting.
In the box with the skull of a very
So look, we say map of the tribes of Israel, and tell me where you see Simeon sitting at.
I will give Dyson
Like I say, I understand why people say Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom.
their last class.
I understand that. Right? But
She died.
I digress. You got it? So now let me go here.
During the Great Fey War.
When the scriptures I just gave you, it always talks about
The throat was slit.
ships, right? It mentioned how we came over here on ships, right? Deuteronomy 28:68, we came over here on ships, right? Talks about how Christ was on a ship, boat, ship, whatever, and the water got rough. Anytime a ship was involved, they talked about it. But when you read Ezra, it don't mention a ship. But it's right in the scriptures, in Ezra, and other scriptures I'm going to give you, how they got through the water. And it's a lot of scriptures, and I'll do that in another class, but I'm just going to give you a sprinkle of it so you can see how they got through the water. All right? Share this. Share this ASAP. Okay? I'm going to show you how they got through the water. Because they say, well, how could they get through the water or over the water? Because they said water they couldn't cross. Right? They couldn't get over the water. They couldn't swim over it. They had to use ships. And my argument was always, dog, man, if they could build ships and to go all the way around Africa, right? Across the ocean. Right? Simeon is in Judah, right? Right? So that's just something to think about. They had to go all the way around. But they had the power to build the ships. They wouldn't have, we could have probably defeated Assyrians and all the rest of them to build ships to get 9 tribes through. And like I brought up the other day about what happened to the Levites. Oh, that's the half a tribe out they was mixed in. Yeah, they was. But you said the Levites are the southern kingdom, and you got them in Haiti. Another story. But let's get back to it. Let me start out right here. Let me tell you something for you to just ponder. This is the book of Psalms, right? Read this. This is the book of Psalms. The Most High can do anything. Book of Psalms, chapter 66, verse 6. He turned the sea into dry land. They went through the flood on foot. We rejoice in him. They went through the flood on foot. Well, Qanath, what the hell are you talking about? Right? All right, let's get it. Let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 13. And where I want to start. We're going to start at verse 41.
I'll leave it alone.
No, let's start at verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land. Listen to every word very carefully, guys. Every word very carefully. Just don't pass right through it. Read it in comprehension. Read it in comprehension. Those are the 10 tribes, not like the chart saying 9. 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea. Right? The king whom Salmanassar, if I'm saying it right, the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. Into another land. Let me see. What'd you say, sister? Millions of people, cattle, children. Exactly. Into another land. Right? I'm going to read all this and I'm going to read it again after I go to a precept. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country. They went into another land and then they went into a further country. Listen. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never man dwelt. Right? That they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. Verse 43. Let me see. Yeah, verse 43. And they enter into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. Narrow river. Narrow river. They entered the narrow passage of the river. 44. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood. He held still the flood. He held still the flood. Psalms chapter 66 verse 6. He turned the sea into a dry land. They went through the flood on foot. There did we rejoice in him. The Most High held the flood and they went through on foot. Psalm 66 and 6. But it's going to get better, just in case somebody try to say, oh, no. Right? So, let's jump down to verse 40. No, let's keep on going. For though the country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, in the same region, in the same region. Think about this, guys. The same, not another whole continent. In the same region. Okay? Boy, I tell you. In the same region is called Esdras. Watch this, verse 46. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, shall begin. Key words, shall begin. Because we read all this over again, then we read the precepts. Shall begin, right? To come. Come where? We're going to get it. Verse 47. The highest shall stay the spring of the stream again. So they went back again. Now, that they may go through, therefore sowing thou the multitude with peace. So they're going to go again. So I'm going to go backwards and then I'm going to go back again. Remember this? The highest shall stay the spring of the stream again. Let's go to Ezekiel, right? Chapter 47. And we're going to read verse, let's read verse 1. After he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters is so out from under the threshold of the house, eastward. Remember this, eastward, westward, northward. Remember all of this, I'm telling you. Write this stuff down. Out from under the threshold of the house, eastward, for the forefront of the house stood towards the east, right? And the waters came down from the right side of the house, at the south side of the altar. Then brought he me out the way of the gate northward, and led me about the way without until the altar gate by the way that looketh eastward, and behold, there ran out waters on the right side. Waters ran out on the right side. Right? Watch this, verse 3. And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward, watch this, guys. This is going to show you that they actually walked through the water. Remember, he held back the river that I just read? I'm going to read all this all over again if I'm going too fast. For eastward he measured thousands cubic, and he brought me through the waters. The waters were to the ankle. He brought him through the waters when the waters was through the ankle. Verse 4. Again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters. The waters were to the knees. So they was walking through the water when it came up to their knees. He held it back while they were still walking. Again, he measured the sand and brought me through the waters where to the loins. So now the water came to their loins, but they were still getting through. Watch this, verse 5. And it says, afterwards he measured 1,000, and it was a river. Remember that key word, river, that I could not pass over. For the waters were risen, waters to swim in, a river that could not be passed over. Right? So after they went through, the water could not be passed over because they went through the water when it was at their ankle, they went through the waters at their knee, and they went through the waters at their waist. And then the water rose up, the Most High let the water rise up, then nobody could pass it over. 2nd Esdras, chapter 40. Right? Chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, the king whose Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they unto another land. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and to go forth into a further country where never man dwelt. We're going to get on that too, right? Now watch this. Verse 40. I'm going to jump to verse 43. And they enter into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. Ezekiel chapter 47 verse 3. And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward, he measured 1,000 cubits, and he brought me through the waters. The waters were to the ankle, verse 4. And he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters. The waters were to the knees. Again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters were to the loins. Verse 5. After he measured 1,000 cubits, it was a river. It was a river. Remember that? A river that I could not pass over. 2nd Esdras 13 and 43. And they enter into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. Right? For the Most High then showed signs, for then he held still the flood till they were passed over. Let that marinate. Let that marinate. Let's go to let's go to the book of Baruch. All right? Let's go there. Let that marinate. And still, let it marinate on Simeon, the smacker of Judah. And let it marinate, the Levites was among all the tribes. But on that chart, it got Levi in Haiti. And that cake didn't get turned. Cake did not get turned. So Baruch, let's go to Baruch. Is that what I want? Yeah, Baruch chapter 4. And we're going to read verse 36. 36 and 37. O Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east. Remember we read in Ezekiel, right? chapter 47. I'm going to start at verse 1. After he brought me again into the door of the house, and behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. Baruch chapter 4, verse 36. And it reads on this wise. O Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathering together from the east to the west. Remember, we just read this in Ezekiel, where they came from the east and to the west, when the waters at the ankles, at the knees, at the waist. Baruch chapter 4, verse 36. And it reads on this wise. O Jerusalem, yeah, they want to mess with me now. The joy that come unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west. To the west. Remember that, guys. So all you got to do is read Ezekiel, right? Chapter 47. And you'll start getting some understanding what we're talking about here. And verse 37 again. Lo, the sons came whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory. Now, I have like, I have like, oh man, I don't know how many scriptures I have. I'm just trying to, because I can give you the whole history and lead up to it. Lead up to it. But I just want to give you the milk and cookies. I want to give you the milk and cookies. I'm going to let y'all skip dinner and give you the dessert right off the top. So let's go to Baruch 5 and 6. Chapter 5, verse 5 and 6, right? That's what I wrote down. Yeah. It says, arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east. And behold, thy children gather from the west unto the east by the word. Now remember, they're going back. Right. And look, behold, and look about towards the east, and behold, thy children gather from the west unto the east by the word of the Most High, by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High. Verse 6. For they departed from thee on foot, and were laid away of their enemies, but the Most High bringeth them unto thee, exalted with glory, as children of the kingdom. For they departed from thee on foot. All praise to the Most High who put this word on brothers. Right? He put this word on that was given to me, right? In his passion, and put this word on my brother Yehuda, right? Put this word on Yehuda, my brother who's F.O.P.E. Put this word on, I found out later this brother talked about it, but a lot of people need to go to his page. He got a lot of wisdom. The Destroyer, right? Put this word on Shasham. Put this word on many brothers. Okay? So let's go to, when you read this, I'm just giving y'all the ice cream and cookies, or cookies and milk, all that right away. Right? So now let's go to Hosea. Oh, is it Hosea I want? Yeah. Let's go to Hosea. Share this. Share this. They walked through, guys, when the water was on the ankle, the knees, and then the waist, and then they couldn't pass over. And then the Most High said they're going to bring her back again the same way. Whew. And then remember, they went through, and then they went into a further country. They didn't go over to another continent. Listen. Hosea. And we're going to read on this wise. We're going to go to chapter 11. And we're going to read verse 9 through 11. It says, I will not execute the fierceness of my anger. I will not return to destroy Ephraim, which I'll call Northern Kingdom. For I am the Most High, and not man, the Holy One, in the midst of thee. And I will not enter into the city. Verse 10. They shall walk after the Lord, the Most High. He shall roar like a lion. Roar like a lion. And he shall roar. Then the children shall tremble from the west. Verse 11. They shall tremble as a bird out of Egypt. Egypt. As a dove out of the land of Assyria. And I will place them in their houses, says the Most High. Okay, let's go. Oh, praises. Let's go to Isaiah. And I'm going to do this one more again. I may get a few more scriptures now. I got it. Feeling it. Let's go to Isaiah. No, do I want that? Isaiah. Yeah, let's go to Isaiah chapter 49. Now listen. 49 verse 12. Get this smoke out of your ears and eyes. Isaiah chapter 49 verse 12. And it reads on this wise. 49, we're going to start verse. Yeah. We're going to start at. You can start at verse 9. I'm going to start at verse 12. Behold, these shall come from far, and lo, these from the north and from the west, and these from the land of Sinai. Look up what that means. It's in Lower Egypt. Egypt. Don't give me that spiritual Egypt mess. Well, it's not a mess, but don't give me that. Because now we're going to jump to verse 9. They that may say to the prisoners, go forth. To them that are in darkness, show yourself. They shall feed in the ways, and their pasture shall be in all high places. They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them. For he has mercy on them, shall lead them, even by the spring of water shall he guide them. And I will make all my mountains a way, and my highways shall be exalted. Behold, these shall come from far, and lo, these from north and from west, from the land of Sinai. Somebody said read Isaiah 11 verse. Okay, I'll do that. I was going to read some. I had some more stuff, but all praises. All praises. I will read the 11:11. All right. Isaiah chapter 11. Pardon me when I switch up because it looks small to me and I don't have my. I keep on. Why I always come over here and don't put my glasses on? My wife trying to get my glasses. Don't get them. They're already calling me elder, making me look. They saying I'm old.
So stop squinching.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 11. Verse 11, 1 and 2. Yeah. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again. Dang! Woo! Again. Just like it said in 2nd Esdras. Without even going all the way through it. Okay? Come on, y'all. Without going all the way through it. Thank you. Again, it's like it. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Most High shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria. Second verse 24, right? And it shall come to pass. Great scripture. I remember reading that, but great scripture. That was a good precept to it. Hallelujah. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, from Egypt. We just read Sinai's Egypt. We just read that in Isaiah. Where we read that from? Isaiah 49, 9 through 11. Sinai is Egypt. Sinai, or however you say it, is in Egypt, right? Con? Okay. Okay, I found it. I think it's first. Hold on. I said 1724. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. No. I think it's first. Okay, I'm finna read your verse, bro. Yeah. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Most High shall set his hand again, the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, from Egypt, from Pathros, from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Okay. Let me see. That's not it. I said, give me 1 Kings.
I did go there, and it didn't look like it lined
You
up.
did? Chapter 17? Yeah. Yeah, so that's, let me see. No. Oh, it's lucky, guys. I'm trying to find something real quick. Because it talks about, somebody can look it up for me. I think it's 1 Kings or 2 Kings 24:17. Somebody, they be still there until this day. But yeah. Oh, there it is, yeah. 2 Kings chapter 17, verse verse 23. Until the Lord remove Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants, the prophets, right? So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria until this day. Now, it's a verse that I left out that I wanted to read, because when you read Ezekiel, what is it? Ezekiel, yeah, let me see. Is it Ezekiel? Let me see, guys. Hold up. Excuse me. Pardon me. I wrote this stuff down. Let me see. Because what it's going to do is going to give you all the tribes. I mean, not all tribes, but all the priests. It names all the priests, right? So they can, the Levites. Let me see. All right, I'm going to read this right here, guys. This, I just read that. Where is it? Okay, hold up. Oh, boy. Okay, Jose. All right. Well, that's just I just gave y'all a rough draft. I gave y'all the ice creams and cookies and the cookies and milks and all that. So, man, that's all I have for right now. I have a lot more to give on that. I just hope everybody was edified. And just write it down. And there was no mention of any boats. The scripture proved that they walked through the water, right? They walked through on foot, like it said, when the water's up to their ankles and to their knees and to their waist until they couldn't cross over no more. Then the Most High brought them back again, according to Isaiah 49, 11, 12, another scripture I gave. They came back, and they still over there to this day, right? And then when I came out the other day, we talks about the 10 tribes, and they on on the chart it has 9, and then we know the Levites. Some people the Levites came over here with them, but no, it don't say that on your chart. And we know the Levites were scattered throughout all of Israel, because everybody know we had to learn the law from Levites, right? But then on the chart you had Levites in Haiti, right? And then if they was keeping the law, statutes, commandments, they have been keeping to this day, because if they came over here where no man dwelt, then they would have had no damn problems not keeping the law. If nobody was here in America and they came over here with the Levites and all of them together, it was a place, then guess what? This should be a brand new kingdom, keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. How about that? I love y'all, brothers and sisters. This is not trying to bring down anybody. I just hope y'all can drop y'all pride. Qanath ain't turned against the Most High. You turn against the Most High if you're not seeing this, because you're not going to find boats. I watched this person, this asinine, without mentioning their name, talking about this person think they so important, and I was like, I'm seeing this brother gonna be humble. It's still not humble. Ain't nobody just talking about Ephraim. Ain't nobody just talking about Manasseh. We said, show us in Hosea, which they won't refute. Just keep on being a Pharisee, talking about they obeying the law, statutes, commandments. And the scriptures say we all filthy rags. The scriptures say, he who say they haven't sinned have sinned already. They know they got on mixed garment. When they say, and I used to say this, keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. It don't say to the best of your ability. It says keep them. So what you saying, Qanath? Well, we're going to get some classes on that. Right? I just want y'all to get that through right now, man. All praise to the Most High. Trust me, man. You're supposed to love your brother like you love yourself. And you should love yourself. You don't love yourself, then damn it, don't try to love me. Because if you don't love yourself, don't try to love me. Right? And if anybody you see don't love themselves, man, get them out of your sight. Treat them like a publican, man. So with that, F.O.P.E, Brother Yehuda, F.O.P.E in alliances with Lions of Judah, F.O.P.E, F.O.P in alliances with the Destroyer, F.O.P in alliance with all my brothers and sisters on the four corners of earth, my brothers and sisters in South Africa and Ghana, right, and Nigeria, Ivory Coast, right, and Kenya and Ethiopia, right, they're spread all over. They're still in Syria, certain parts of Egypt, right, and Tanzania and Gambia, right, my brothers and sisters in South America, the 12 countries of Negroid descent. Thought I was going to leave that out, didn't you? Wrong. Negroid descent in America, all over the world. Negroid descent. How about that? With that, shalom.